Hello everyone, my name is Finmer and this is Starsector, Big Ship Energy. So last time we had observed these guys trying to attack the Kanta's Den, and I don't think they're really gonna be successful, and I also don't think I want to sacrifice a bunch of ships just to try and help them take it down. So instead, we're going to just make our way over to Nova Maxios and see what we can do over here. So, we were originally after getting as many supplies as we could, so we will just go ahead and do that. And also, we have all the ships we need, and we wanted to refit these ships with other things. Wait, hold on. Oh, is this like the... This is the non-pirate version of the Afflictor. Oh, it has more guns. Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. Well, I have the pirate versions. So that's kind of interesting. What's the difference? Aside from the weapon mounts. So, pirates have more flux. Okay, makes sense, I guess. So the actual Afflictor has more in the way of damage. So okay, though that helps quite a bit in a lot of ways. So that means the Afflictor can have more options. So let's go over here and try to auto-fit something on this. Nothing really seems to be great for it right now. So, nothing really seems to be great over here either. So we went and we bought a lot of supplies from them, and crew is going to be expensive, so we're not going to buy any crew here. We could buy a lot of Marines and take them back to Chalcedon, but we can buy more crew, which is precisely what we're probably going to do here. So let's just buy a bunch of Marines. Chalcedon wants about 569 of them. So let's go ahead and make our way back to... Yeah, let's just go do it. So we're going to go there. Then we will start on our pirate hunting adventures. Okay, so let's actually go over here and see what we can get at Tartessus. Tartessus. See what we can get here. Gonna transpond around and make our way to Tartessus to buy something or anything that we can, that we need. Let's see. Okay, well, nothing that we need right now. We could use more storage space, though. Maybe more fuel, more cargo. So as long as we can get the, like, really big, like the atlases and all that stuff up to a high enough, as long as we can get that up to a high enough speed, we could still use them. So how fast does this go normally? 6. So we could get it up to 9, which wouldn't be great. It also uses 10 fuel per light year, whereas a dram uses 1 fuel per light year, I think. Yeah. So yeah, if we can use just more ships, more but smaller ships, then I think that will come out positively for us. But anyway, we didn't find what we're looking for here. I'm not sure what we're looking for, to be completely honest. I guess some of these would be nice for the Scarab. So let's see this one. So So I suppose we will buy what we can where we can. All that small energy. So, I suppose we'll take those. And as for you, I'm not really sure. I'm used to only having 3 mounts. I mean, we could consolidate a little bit and put a lot of the anti-meter blasters on this. So we could do that. Let's go try the other Hesperus. Let's go over there and see what we find. So Hesperus doesn't have anything over there that we want. It does have all these lasers, which can be really nice for us. So let's try putting those on something. So over here, these can take energy or missiles. So if we give it missiles, that could be good. If we give it energy, if we give it tactical lasers, that could be good as well. So let's see. This doesn't have delicate machinery, so it should be perfectly fine at doing what it does. Let's just max out what we can, and we have 5 left effectively. So let's check its flux though. So its flux, using group 1, the tactical lasers will build 375 flux. So we want to try and be above that, but I don't think that's possible. So we'll go flux distributor that increases it by a little bit, but not enough for it to be great. Well, I mean, either way it works, I suppose. Let's take one of my officers and put them on that ship. And let's move it up here. Now, I'm actually thinking about jumping on this one. So what's the difference? This phase cloak, evasion cost is 90. Over here it's 90. Cloak upkeep will be reduced when I'm leading it. Its armor is 350. Over here it's 350. So as far as I can tell, the only major difference is that this one has more weapon mounts, which is great. I mean, I'm not complaining. It has a bunch of them. So let's do that. Let's put those here. So this could potentially last a lot longer. Oh, but you know what? It's gonna just exhaust everything. So, because I mean, they have this. Oh, this has more points too. Okay then, never mind. Let's look at this. We had hardened subsystems and expanded magazines. So can we still do that? Hardened subsystems and expanded magazines. Now, of course, up here, we were able to have 5 and 0. What about here? We're able to have 2 and 0. So let's make this one, instead of that, let's make it something like point defense. I think on this there's a point defense laser, yeah. Yeah, let's make this one point defense, so then we can put more into protecting ourselves. So So the PD laser is always on. These are going to be alternating. Cool. Right, so that works for me. Let's go over to fleet. Let's move this up here. And let's put me in charge of it. Cool. Well, that does work out for us. Now I'd like to repair ships. I'd like for those ships to actually, have something on them, though. So what can we auto-fit you to? Lasers. I mean, it has mining lasers. It's better than nothing, I suppose. It's a antimatter blaster. Mining laser, mortar. Oh yeah, that works. What this can we do? Nah. Oh yeah, we'll keep that. Okay. This now has 4 ordnance points it can use. Yeah, we're just gonna put more of that into that. Okay, well, we have our 10 combat ships. I suppose as needs increase, we can add more. But okay. Our stores are full. Oh yeah, can we buy any Marines here? I assume yes. Let's buy more. As many as we can carry. And now let's set a course for Calcedon. And then let's go and pick some fights with some enemies. Alright. So have you ever flown phase ships like this before? Do you find them pretty enjoyable to use? Do you like using them? Give me a comment below, let me know what you think. Okay, so let's sell these guys. They want 1,000 of these, huh? Let's sell 550 supplies. And let's sell 500 of these. Let's sell 600. Alright, thanks, chums. So here, what was... They look like that. PD lasers. Alright. So, what ships do they have that we might be interested in? None that we would be interested in. And what can we do here for bounties? Because we have a lot of ships that could do quite well. That needs something to bite at. Let's go to Majek. Let's go to Nova Maxios and buy all of their supplies. And let's see. Pirate base. I don't think we want to do pirate bases yet. I mean, we could. I mean, we could try it out. I have no idea how that will go. I assume this is a tier. This is a Star Fortress. And this is not. So, yeah, the crystal system, eh? So, based in the Epsilon Crystal Star System. Okay. So it is quite literally where we need to go. But let's make our way to Nova Maxios, where we can... Oh, no, I don't want to fight you. Okay, to Nova Maxios we go. To buy supplies and fuel. we're making loads of money right now, which is kind of impressive. So, supplies and fuel. What else they got? Nothing that we care about. Okay, let's go to Vicina next. And then we will attack that pirate base, assuming we can reach it in time. Okay, well those are expensive and this is expensive. So what do they have otherwise? Nothing that's all that impressive. Alright, so I think we can make it there no problem. When does that bounty expire? In half a year. Okay, well let's go then. Let's go for it. Maybe we will see how this fleet does against a harder, beefier, hardier target. What is going on up here? Mercenary patrol fighting the Conta's Den. Yeah, I'm not gonna get involved in that. The Conta's Den is pretty scary. I don't want to fight that. So into hyperspace we go. And we do have enough range to get there. Okay, we are good. Away we go with our small fleet of tiny ships into the great beyond, into hyperspace. Doesn't seem to have been a lot in the way. Okay, in we go to go fight pirates and see what we can do. So they are going to be pretty dangerous. So what we don't want is to end up fighting an enemy fleet while we fight it. So if we attack it, it will have allies. So we're going to try and exterminate the allies first. Damn. Okay, now we might put interdict them. Okay, let's attack them and let's kill them. So, I don't know how many we'll need, so we will deploy our entire complement and see what happens. That cruiser could be kind of scary. Then again, probably not. Two birds with one stone. That's pretty good. And I don't like those fighters, so we're gonna go up here and kill that carrier. got them. Finally. Oh no, what shall we do? So I can just fly through everything. So we don't have a prey out against this. That doesn't stop him from trying. I like how these bombers don't have any bombs, so they're just trying to follow me around like lost puppies. Alright. Alright, so let's go kill this cruiser and see what we can do here. Jesus, 2 shots. He's just crippling to them. Right. Goodbye. And that's that. Man, these ships are really good at what they do. Okay, so it'll take us a little bit of time to recover from all of that, but during the time being, we can hire more officers if we need to, and we're just going to wait for our ships to repair themselves. We'll probably send fewer in the future. Okay, so just be by itself. Let's go ahead and engage the station. I'm going to deploy myself for now until I can see what it looks like. And then we'll see. Yeah, that shouldn't be so bad. Looks like it's just a hangar module. We probably don't need that many ships then. So we'll go with that so I can sort of look at it. I don't know, that might be a bit overkill already. Then again, I'm probably overestimating the power of these phase ships. Okay, did some damage to it. I'm thinking we're gonna bring in a bit more of them. Let's just bring them all in, why not? So we can get our kill without losing that much. An armor. Well, I mean, you know, we're doing decent damage to him, so that's good. Oh no! Okay, we got it. We lost 2 inflictors, but we got it. So yeah, what I think what we need there is some sort of carrier that's backing us up. So we can recover one of the afflictors. That's good at least. Let's not take quite so much metal. But we did just get a great deal of money out of that, so that's good at least. Alright, so the pirates are beat. Let's go ahead and leave and make our way. Yeah, because if we go slower, we use less fuel. If we go faster, we use the same amount of fuel proportional to the distance traveled. Yeah, I think it said something about that. So it makes perfect sense. So let's make our way to... We have a lot of stuff in general. So we're gonna actually want to get some carriers. So I'm thinking we will get some drovers just to provide a screen for whenever we attack bases. So we're gonna mix it in a little bit. Then we're going to try and get the drovers to be super fast. Super fast! As we go and do other things. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, because the phase ships are fun and they're really good against other ships. But when it comes to hard points, they're going to struggle. against the redacted, they will also end up struggling quite a bit. So we're going there. So make our way to Filthy. Turn the transponder on and let's go. Alright, let's repair our ships. Do they have any other phase ships? Any afflictors we can take to... Yeah, they do. So, excellent. Now, do they have any drovers? They do. It has a problem. So it's erratic fuel injector. Its maximum burn is 9. Yeah, I'd rather not spend more fuel if I have to, if I can avoid it. So, we're not going to do that. What we will do is these 2 ships we just bought. What can we do with them? What do these people sell that would be decent for them to use? Doesn't look like anything over here is particularly great. So let's sell some of this stuff. You know, for the time being, let's go to refit. Let's refit these with whatever we can get our hands on. Or they give it long. Okay, sounds good. That works for me. Right, so let's put them... Oh no, I have too many. Well, I don't really need this one, I think. So I'm going to strip it. And I'm going to sell this one. So it will scuttle for less. What's that, 9? So it still doesn't come to that. It need to be somewhere near like 100 supply or so. Okay, so all of these are. So this to antimatter. That one is fine. What can we do here? Antimatter is going to be fine. You know, that does actually create a something that we should look into, and that's PD. If we could do long range PD, that could be better. I don't know how great the long range PD guys are. So what about this? So its damage per second is 152. This thing's damage per second is 137. Okay. So in that case, what's this thing's shtick? It is 500 range. I mean, I'm fine with people trying it. So, when we can't afford... So first off, we're going to do something like that. So we're going to make that... This is going to be antimatter now. So when we have something like this, that's antimatter, let's try to have there be some sort of point defense in the middle here, if we can get our hands on something like it. And so that means all back here, all these point defenses are being formed. So we're going to take those off for now. So that we can see what happens. So with this one we have another point defense. Have that. Now with lasers, should be this. I'm going to update that to 1 point defense laser. On long range, I suppose. So let's reduce that by 1, and let's put a long range point defense laser on there. Okay, and that will be lasers. I mean, they turn really fast already. We don't need that. The only problem is we have 2 points left, and we have nothing to put them in. So that might just be what they need. So I mean, this would be nice. Reduce supply for use for maintenance, fuel, and minimum crew required. No, we'll just keep it as that. So we are going to... Okay, that works. Let's make that the new lasers. And over here, can we make this a PD? No. Make it a lasers? Yes. We can build 1 laser on it. Well, in that case, I'd like for both of those just to be burst lasers. But we have that infrared laser, I think that IR laser, that I'm interested in us potentially testing out. So let's do that instead. So its range is 500, so it's pretty short. Okay, so over here we have something like that. With this we don't have anything like that, so we're just going to do that instead. And lastly over here, that. Alright, so those seem to be equipped fairly well now, I think. So, right, let's repair our ships. We haven't bought from these guys yet, but we could use the supplies, could use the fuel. Okay. So let's go and look at this guy over here. Yeah, it's all okay. Let's go here and see what we can get our hands on. Ah, very nice. As for ships, do we have any are there any drovers we can buy that are not jacked up? So we have a buffalo that we will be willing to take. Extra buffaloes mean more storage and more range. Okay, and that buffalo we can paint red, as with the other one. Okay. Alright, so let's... Everything seems to be recording fine, so let's go over here now. That's what. Let's repair those ships and let's see what we have here. Okay, nothing that we can use. Do we have any drovers that we might be interested in? Doesn't look like it. And I think that's all of them. Wait. There's also Alphas. So let's go over there and see what we can buy. So we have 2 drams, 2 of those, and 1 of these. So when it comes to the Phaetons, so we can get them to the same speed. They use less maintenance because of 1 ship instead of 2. They use the same fuel. They use fewer supplies over time. So we're going to have 15 ships, so we can have 15 other ones, so we could have 5, have lots of things. So what about this freighter? Not particularly fast. We'll buy that over another dram. Okay, so that's everything we need there. Let's see what we can do. Zagan is over there, but I'm on the search for a drover, so we can put some heavy fighters in there, some interceptors that will create a nice, convenient meat shield for our phase ships to hide behind. Okay, so let's see what we find here. Okay, and we will take them. So we are under crew strength now, so we will want to pick up some more crew. Fortunately, we have to do so at a premium. Let's buy 10 people. What do we have shipwise over here? Well, they do have a drover, and it's in fairly pristine condition. So what can I see about the drover? We can... So it moves at 9 instead of anything else. It is a combat ship, so that at least is good for it. It does mean it'll slow us down ever so slightly. Unless we can find a way to speed it up without spending a ton of resources on it. That does create a problem. Here, this dram, the Phaetons, they move at 8. So we need to put the augmented fuel drive on it so we can go faster. And it's already red, so that works. Okay, so let's see what else we can do here. We can give them an efficiency overhaul, so they are just all in all better. And better as just a transport ship. And we probably should do that with these as well. I mean, anything we can do to keep the costs down, right? I mean, these shouldn't see combat. That doesn't mean they won't, but they just shouldn't. And part of the reason of getting Phaeton was so we could get rid of these two. So let's go ahead and do that. How much do they scuttle for? They'll gain us essentially 900 credits, some fuel, and heavy machinery, so it's not going to be worth it. And over here it's about the same, so not going to be worth it. Okay. So our current plan would be 2 Phaetons. We have our 2 Praetors, and we would need another Nebula. We would have all this taken care of. So, back to fleet, back to buying. We can get a drover, and let's see what we can do with it. So we needed to speed up slightly. The only real way to do that is with this, or safety overrides. Performance for vector speed. Okay, well, we're gonna have to put this on it just so we can speed it up. The other thing is, we would be creating we'd be using these to make a screen for the Phaetons. So we would want to probably use nothing but broadswords in that regard, or wasps and broadswords. Also would be to have fighter superiority as well. So wasps and broadswords should do that very nicely. We don't have anything else in that regard. So what can we do here? Having all annihilators last time worked on these quite nicely. So we don't need the dual light machine guns. The regular light machine guns should do nicely. And so now this is more of a support ship than anything else. What else can we do? We could give them salamanders that would keep them out of enemy range. That would, however, limit their killing power. And those are all doing cool. Right, so I suppose that is how we will do this. Okay, let's put the custom over there, and right. There we go. Crew is expensive. We need, what, 220. So we'll take it. And now, can we get another nebula? So we have 2 of those. No, we can't. Not here, at least. Let's repair our ships. Then the drovers are only really going to be used for attacking enemy bases so that they can make short work of the defenders, which are really deadly to phase ships. While at the same time At the same time, being great at actually taking down other enemy phase ships. So, any nebulae or rovers? Doesn't look like it. So over here, we have that, we have this. This one is set to that, but let's set that to a custom. Can we set you to custom as well? We can! Excellent! This one to custom, no, lasers. It is. This one we can set to lasers. Okay, so that should be working just fine. Cool. What about you? So you know that pulse IR. Is there another pulse IR here? No. So we will go with the, I guess, the Annihilator and the pulse. Let's go with the burst laser there. Let's go with the IR pulse laser here because they have the same range. So hopefully we'll get to see what that one does. Wait, this costs 5, this costs 7, so okay, let's just keep with that one then. Alright. Everything looks good. Okay, should be fine. So there were no nebulae here to buy. What is there? So we don't have another Dram, another Phaeton. So in the black market, is there another Phaeton? There is not, so we'll just buy this one. Now we just need a nebula, and we have sort of gone full circle. Not full circle, but we have all our ships in order then. So this one, let's name this one Red. Let's auto-fit it to that. And now we take this guy and we auto-fit it over there. This one is standard red. And this one is red paint as well. Okay, so there we go. One more nebula and then we are full up on everything we can need. So we have all the crew we need, right? Okay, we have all the crew we need. We didn't see anything over there that was particularly interesting to us. So we can afford a lot more supplies to trade, a lot more of almost everything now. So despite the fact that our fleet is very small and very fast, it can hit very hard. Alright, let's go here. Myaretha. So Zagan still has a bounty going. Let's go ahead and go to Zagan and see what we can get there. Alright, to Zagan we go. Okay, well, lots of those. And what about you? wouldn't just so happen to have a rare Drova, would ya? Or a nebula. Okay, so we have pretty much our fleet rounded out now. We'll set this one to red paint. And alright, let's repair our ships and let's buy some crew. And let's buy some people, buy some flesh. And we're going to need a little bit more crew just in case our carriers ever get involved. Okay, so there are technically pirates here. We're over here. Let's go check over here to see what is going on down there. See if there are any pirates to fight. Doesn't seem as such. Okay, so plenty of contacts out here, but none with enemies. Okay, there's that one enemy, potentially, who's been wrecked. Not particularly dangerous to anyone. And alright, so guys, we are currently in the Zagan star system, and we are just trying to find our way forward, find some pirates to fight, and I've had a lot of fun doing this phase ship build, which is kind of interesting. So it might be all phase ships as the normal attack fleet, then carriers in case they're needed. Maybe we swap them out where we have a set number of carriers per phase ship and the carriers protect the phase ships. I'm not sure, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. Let me comment below. Let me know what you think about this. What should our number be? Because right now it'll ultimately turn into one carrier for every 2 phase ships. So yeah, just let me know what's up. Let me know what you think. Let me comment below. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Ring the bell if you do subscribe, or if you haven't. Share with your friends, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.